Hello, what's going on everyone? Josh here back with another video, and today I'm going to do my market roundup. So last week on Sunday I posted a video called Market Recap, and I've since decided to call this segment Market Roundup to give you guys a look at what happened this week, the biggest news, and what's to come and to look out for in the next week. I plan to post this video once a week or every other week to keep you guys informed on the latest trends in the stock market. Now we are officially less than 1 week away from Christmas. I hope you guys have done all your Christmas shopping, because with the pandemic going on, it's been harder and harder to shop in person, and most people have been resorting to shopping online, which has left the delivery services overwhelmed compared to other years. Now, as always, I want to invite you guys to hit the subscribe button down below to follow my channel and make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. And also make sure to smash that like button. Now wait, hold on, before we go any further. Since it is Christmas time and I'm feeling kind of in a generous mood, giving mood, I want to tell you guys that I'm planning to do a giveaway once I hit 100 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be a part of that. But to be eligible for the giveaway, you do have to be subscribed to my channel. So hit that subscribe button. I am planning to make this a $50 gift card giveaway, and I'll let you know about the official rules in a future video. So stay tuned. Now with the intro out of the way, let's jump right in. So, as you guys heard in my last week's market recap, we had two high-profile companies filed for IPO, Airbnb and DoorDash. This week was a little bit more quiet. The most notable company to go public was Wish, among a pool of about 10 other companies. Wish is an online e-commerce platform that allows you to buy and sell online and shop through their app. Their IPO price was set to $24, and in the first few days dropped below their IPO price, and they only briefly surpassed their IPO price by about 42 cents on Friday's day of trading, and have since gone down below their $24 IPO price again. Now, another piece of news that I saw this week is that Coinbase filed confidentially for IPO. They're the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the US, and I'll talk more about them and some other companies in a future video where I'll be highlighting the most anticipated companies to do their IPO in 2021. Now that leads us into the next big news of the week, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin surpassed $22,000 per Bitcoin this week, which is astounding. I don't follow cryptocurrency that much, but I saw the news and figured I'd mention it if any of you guys are interested in cryptocurrency. For the past 3 years, they've been hovering around $8,000 to $9,000 per Bitcoin after peaking in December of 2017 at $14,000 and then dropping. So we might see another drop here again in the next few years, but it's insane to see that Bitcoin hit over $22,000. So the next bit of news is a little over a week old, I want to say. It's 3 separate pieces of information, but they all tie together. So Elon Musk announced that he's moved out of California and moved into Texas. He's also sold all of his real estate in California from what I've read. Now, 2 companies that have decided to leave the Silicon Valley are Hewlett Packard and Oracle. Hewlett Packard decided to move their headquarters to Houston, Texas, and this is crazy to see since Hewlett Packard was one of the founding companies of the Silicon Valley. To see them leave is a bit sad, and we'll have to wait and see if any other companies follow suit. Oracle, on the other hand, also decided to leave, and they have moved to Austin, Texas. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of tax benefits and financial benefits for these companies to do this move, and it's just crazy to see that the pandemic has shifted the way people work and companies work, and how the workflow works nowadays. Now, along those lines, a few months ago, I want to say, we also got news from Microsoft that they're getting rid of all of their office spaces and having all of their employees work remotely from here on out. I don't know how far in effect this has gone so far, and if they've sold any of their real estate or stopped renting. I don't know what their status was. It's just crazy to see how the workspace is changing and where things go from here. Now, hearing companies leave the Silicon Valley, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. Do you guys think any more companies are going to follow suit and leave the Silicon Valley or California, or relocate their headquarters to a different state? Let me know down below and I'll chat with you there. So those were some of the things that happened this past week or a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to inform you guys on. So now let's take a quick look ahead and see what to expect in next week's Christmas week. So next week, because of the holidays, the stock market will be closed on Friday, and on Thursday, December 24th, it'll be on a partial holiday. So the stock market will close at 1 p.m. Eastern time or 10 a.m. Pacific time, and will remain closed for the holidays. Also, it doesn't look like there's any more IPOs scheduled for the remainder of the year, which makes sense since we're in the closing stages of the year and have a bunch of holidays coming up. But like I said, look out for this future video on the most anticipated IPOs of 2021 that I'll cover in a future video. So the last piece of news to look forward to for next week has to do with Tesla. So Tesla has been surging for the past year, and they have hit milestone after milestone. We'll see if Elon Musk can hit his target of shipping 500,000 cars this calendar year. I think he is on pace and can potentially do it, and we'll just have to wait after the next quarterly earnings report to see if he was successful. With that being said, about a month ago, it was announced that Tesla was going to be added or included in the S&P 500 index. So with all these milestones that Tesla's been able to hit, they will now be included in the S&P 500 index, and they will enter this index on Monday. So a couple of the criteria that companies have to hit to be considered to be added into the S&P 500 include having to be a US company, which they are. Their market cap has to be at least $8.2 billion. Theirs is $620 billion, which is insanely large, and it would make them about the 6th largest company to be in the S&P 500 once they're in on Monday. So if you're wondering what market cap is, it's the total dollar market value of a company's outstanding shares of stock. So basically, if a company has 10 million shares of stock selling at $100, their market cap is $1 billion. So the next requirement is that the shares have to be highly liquid. So basically just means that they're able to sell the shares easily, which I don't know if you've been watching, but Tesla has no issues selling their shares and people buying them. So the next requirement is that at least 50% of the outstanding shares have to be available to the public. Then it has to report positive earnings in the most recent quarter. And lastly, and most importantly, which is what Tesla has mainly been waiting on to get considered to be added to the S&P 500, is the sum of its earnings in the previous 4 quarters has to be positive, which as of their last earnings report is the case. And so they were right after the earnings report, it was already highly speculated that they were going to be added to the S&P 500. Even beforehand, people were speculating or saying that if they hit the positive earnings report, then they will most likely be added, and has created a bit of hype around the company. So this year alone, Tesla is up 657%. So basically, if you invested $1,000 into Tesla at the beginning of the year, you would have $6,500 now, which is crazy. You don't typically see those kind of surges in the stock, but as many people may or may not know, Tesla is quite the roller coaster stock to be invested in. And this compares to S&P 500's gain of 16%. So that's a drastic difference and has many people either excited or worried, depending on what kind of investor you are, and seeing them added to the S&P 500. So yes, this is very exciting news for Tesla to be added to the S&P 500, and probably creates a lot of hype around the stock right now. But historically, over the last 10 years or so, the 50 biggest companies to be added to the S&P 500 have underperformed after being added to the S&P 500. So there might be some downward trends for Tesla here in the coming months. So we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out, and just keep an eye on it. So yeah, make sure to check in on my weekly or bi-weekly market roundups to stay informed on the latest. Now that's all the news from this past week and things to look out for next week that I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it. If you have any questions or learned something or want to tell me something, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you there. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future content. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Bye!